One day, Coyote was walking along the desert flat, and he came upon the great medicine man. Now, what you must know about Coyote is that he's related to everyone. And so he came and said, "Uncle, uncle, give me some of your medicine." And the medicine man said, "No, for you will misuse it, Coyote." But Coyote pleaded with him, and finally the medicine man gave in. The medicine man showed him his most magical trick. He threw both of his eyes out of his head, far, far along the desert flat, over the far distant hill, and down into this deep valley. While his eyes were out of his head, he told Coyote of all the things that he could see in that distant valley: the deer, the birds, the trees, the grasses, and the river running through the valley. Coyote was completely enraptured with the whole story. He said to the medicine man, "You must show me. How can I do this myself?" And the medicine man said, "No, Coyote, I will never do that." Coyote pleaded and pleaded still. And the medicine man said, "Coyote, I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to show you how to do this. But the one thing you have to remember is that you can only do this trick 4 times. Now, Coyote, yes, he said. Of course. He assured him many times that he would only do it 4 times. How many times, Coyote? 5 times. Yes. Yeah. No, Coyote. There's only 4 times that you can do this trick. Yeah, said Coyote. The medicine man shook his head, but still, against his better judgment, he showed Coyote the trick. Now, the next day, Coyote was walking along the same desert flat, and who should he meet but his cousin, Mouse. "Cousin," said Coyote, for he was related to everyone. "Cousin, I must show you this trick that I've learned." And Coyote threw his eyes out of his head, and they went flying over the desert flat, over the far distant hill, and down into the valley, where Coyote told Mouse all the things that he saw in that valley. And then he said to Mouse, "Now, I'll show you how to do it. But you can only do this trick 6 times. So he showed Mouse, and once he saw Brother Buffalo, he showed him as well as the porcupine and the badger, who were other relations of Coyotes, until everybody had done it quite a few times. In fact, Coyote had gotten past his 4th time of doing the trick, and he got this great idea that he should get everyone to throw their eyes straight up in the air, as high as they could go, and see what they could see from way up there. On the count of 3, they all threw their eyes up into the air. And of course, this time, they didn't come back. Well, they didn't come back into their heads anyway. After a time, they came raining down upon them like a great rain of eyes, all over their heads. And Coyote, in complete blindness, went wandering around the desert floor, looking here. Finally, he found little Mouse Eye, and over here, great big Buffalo Eye. And so from that day, Coyote went everywhere, seeing with one little Mouse Eye and one giant Buffalo Eye.